someone to lean on, someone who could say everything is okay, because I am here. Because being discriminated does not beat you physically, but will corrupt you mentally and emotionally. And I want to share that. The color symbolizes phenomenal woman is lavender. For me, I think lavender represents a very refreshing to your eyes, and I think that is a phenomenal woman. And it's lavender for me is a new perspective in life. It's a very optimistic and a very positive, because as a positive person, no matter may the things may not turn out the way you expected, we always see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I can say lavender is a nice color. That would be the aside from the Kawasan Falls, which is located in
Yes,
Cagayan, that would be the Cebu, which is located in Alubiensan, Cebu. This may not be very long, but I want to promote it because it's very beautiful in there. And as I experienced going there, it's so very peaceful. It's so very, you can meditate there. It's so nice. So I want to promote it. Let's go. I'll be your tour guide.
Sorry. Bisa ba?
I think workplace in the future, in this amidst of pandemic, I think I would really promote online selling because it's very timely. And I think while promoting online selling and this livelihood could really help other local and support local products. And by supporting this online selling, I think we should also support the internet connectivity here in the Philippines. So I think by that we can. Yeah, I would love to promote the guitars and singing project because it's already known by international that the Lapu-Lapu City already was the number one in making of the guitars. So I want to promote, and my brother is also a musician. So he has 11 guitars at home. People should focus on self-improvement, should think greater self, because it's very important, and that's what I've learned a long ago as I've grown. And being accepting yourself and accepting yourself is very important to know your worth, because before I really didn't know what my worth is. So now I want to know.
Ha? Uy, nakapag-fix chart sa mga fix. Uy, nalagi ka dira, big. Ha? Wala, galingkod mo naman.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wala ko ng mga karoon.
So
Wala
sorry.
katong PPT,
Because
video.
as a Cebuana,
Wala pa,
I've
uy.
experienced a lot of discriminated and bullying, and I didn't know that I have this worth of joining any pageants. And when Leila Lopez won Miss Universe, I really got inspired.
Kanya
So
kung gigamit
by there,
ko.
I want to be inspiration to the little April Smith who look up to me now, because there's some people who really message me that they're inspired by me, and I remember that I was in their footsteps as well before. So I really want to promote that
na problema na ko bang
break the
ay
stereotype
ano ko
of
na mo
joining beauty pageants, not just Miss Lisa. And yun. So, oh my God.
Oy, kanang basta mag-uban, jud wag kay mabuhat.
So sorry. Yeah, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Nananapit si Cheche. Daw isa na ko naguban-uban na talaga.
Yes.
Sa PE na yun, anaw na lang daw may picture ka, mag-friend lang ako, may picture ka.
Katulog ko guna sa mga lyrics. Tulog ko guna sa mga lyrics eh. Libog ko.
Ha? Sa remark, sa remark. Wala pa kong gapuko sa PE eh. Isa tang pizza nga dahil ron.
Hindi na ako. Episode 3 ko hindi eh. Karatan ko na.
Labi abot si Drabing. Mga bug. Isa nga bugog itlog. Pilit ka bing ay. Kaya po, anak ko bigaw?
Yeah. I didn't know that. Okay.
Pilit daw kay Hayag.
Okay.
Wala po, uy. Umana man
Padayon?
ako yun sa video.
That means
Uy,
that
umana
you
kayo.
know,
Naman
in
sa
life, I
video.
feel
Wala
so
pa
many
na
times,
sa
but in our
sa
language, we are taught
master
that
test.
no matter how
Manaw
many
ta ko
times you
din.
fall, you have to
Sa
stand back
video,
up,
manang ta ko, magpasang ta ko
smile,
din.
and move forward. So
Sad kay paminawon, kaya nakulap sa kong video. Then, message ko ni Celine, mo ito yung reply. Ano na siya doon, ako itong gang.
Oh, that was when I
Ito kung
worked
ginay,
in
kapita
our
ka.
farm, in my grandfather's farm. Kasi hindi ako binibigyan ng pera. So I realized, okay, magtatrabaho ko sa farm para ma-excel.
Klaro ko hindi.
And then I realized na if may initiative ka and you are hardworking, you can get whatever it is that you want in life. And now I'm here.
Sa,
That food is very difficult to get from the farm to your table. And that was a life-changing event for me to be able to volunteer in an organization called Move Food Initiative. I learned how to become a driver, a tindera, or maybe a farmer sometimes, but now I respect farmers even more, and I hope I can teach everyone to really value the food on the table.
wait, from the
I have been helping my community even though I don't have the ground yet. When the pandemic happened, I connected them to our municipal hall and asked for seats. And now I'm looking at succeeding as an entrepreneur for our Vanilla Dream Farm, so I can help. We are targeting to help the coconut farmers and plant vanilla in between. So not only that, I mean, like, what the fuck is that? I'm so excited to be here. Okay, relax, Eliza, relax. Okay. Yellow. Actually, every minute already yellow. It captures your attention right away and makes you happy. And it's bright, brings you joy. That's me.
pilit ko. Pilit ko.
Well, Davao City is known to be the home of the Dutertes, but we are also a home of 11 ethno-linguistic groups. So we transformed one park into a place where people can visit and meet all the 11 ethno-linguistic groups, including their houses, what they have in their homes, their costumes, and their people. And I want you to get to know them more. Yes, let's go.
Another thing that we hear a lot nowadays is work from home.
Mm-hmm.
So they say this is the workplace of the future. So what skills do you think is needed in this so-called workplace of the future?
When the pandemic happened, I was able to grow a garden in my balcony, and I believe in sustainability. So I think people should learn how to grow their own food in their backyard or balcony. So no matter how many pandemics happen, hopefully nothing will come in the future. They will be food secure and they will never go hungry. Mhm. Yes, definitely the vegetables of the farmers. I want to make sure that one day we can help the food system be better because there are so many things that we can promote, but we are not helping our farmers to make sure that they can reach the markets. And I want to help them to be able to reach the markets right away so no more food will be wasted. Themselves. You can never get anywhere if you don't know who you are. When you know who you are, you know where you are going. So with me, I know that I am a farmer, and no matter how many places I visit, I will always go back to the farm, and that's where I want to improve my community and my family. Okay. More.
If there's anyone you wanted to inspire with your performance, who would it be?
I think the young Indies, kasi ang daming Indies sa probinsya namin that they think the only breakthrough in life is to get married. And I want to show them that they can do whatever they want to be and they can always follow their dreams. Kahit paano pa sabihin ng society or ng parents nila sa kanila. Hi, good morning po. Good morning po. I'm cold. Yeah, it's cold. Wala lang. Yes. Oh. Okay. Cool. My name is Wahab Ahmed. The meaning of my name is peace. I love reading books and I love sketching. Padayon. Padayon means to keep on going, to continue. So it's related to my advocacy about mental health awareness. So padayon. The lesson that I had to be vulnerable, na I have to be human in order to grow more. Kasi before, I was such a shy kid na talagang I'm close talaga lahat. And then growing up, I realized na it's okay to actually just be vulnerable and affectionate because that's where we grow. The most important lesson that I've learned is to just keep on going. No matter how hard it is, no matter how frustrated you are, no matter how dark it is, just keep on going kasi even though you're frustrated, towards the end of this tunnel, lagi talaga may bright side. If I would win, I'd like to give more recognition about my advocacy po, mental health awareness po. More on some province po that will be affected. I have to start small muna. I have to start with my province first. And with the children talaga. I think the color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman is red because it's fierce, it's passionate, and it's empowering.
travel with like
I'd like to promote Talainot because it's a municipality in my province na punong-puno ng IT. And it isn't that visited that much. Kasi ang binibisita talaga sa amin is Sabal Island. Kasi nga the beaches and everything. But when you go to Talainot, you would see the culture talaga dun, and you would appreciate it even more.
so what different skills there so for
Work at home.
workplace
I feel like work at home, kailangan talaga disiplina because it's so hard to work at an environment where you're used to being relaxed talaga. So environment really matters when it comes to doing certain kinds of things. So I really think that disiplina talaga ang pinaka-importante. Yes. I'm wearing the local product I like to push. This is actually the first ever fabric sa province ko, in Davao del Norte. This is Musa fabric. It's made out of banana fiber. Kasi usually sa Mindanao, ang ginagamit talaga is tinalam, if you noticed. And this is the first ever Musa fabric, made out of banana fibers. So I'm proudly representing this. Yes. Oh. Thank you, Bo.
last question. What is one thing you think that young people should focus on?
I think young people should focus on themselves and on their mental health because it is important to put yourself first when it comes to situations. Your first has to come first. Yourself has to come first talaga before other people. You know, Bo? Okay. Yung magkabigat mo. Opo, malaman. Wala ba nga ka? Opo. So, naimbag na bigat kada kayo amin. My name is Adalma Cristel Benicta. I'm 26 years old and I represent the beautiful province of Ilocos Sur. So, as you know, I am a frontliner myself and working in this time of pandemic is a bit challenging but a fulfilling one because for me, knowing that I'm able to help them in terms of their need is a fulfillment in itself. Sorry. Opo, medyo napagod. Sorry. Opo. Yeah. But aside from that, I work as a nurse po in one of the public hospitals in my province, Ilocos Sur. So for if I would choose a beautiful word that translates to my dialect, that would be napintas. Napintas translates to beautiful. And I believe, as I stand here, I represent Napintas sa Balasang, an Ilocana who shows to the world confident that she has the heart to inspire other people. And I hope that
showing my talents and skills as an Ilocana inspires other people also to inspire others. Mauyong. Mauyong, parang pagtitbit po yan. Well, as a child, I've always been a malikot, so I've always had to stumble, and these scars on my knees are representations that I'm a malikot. But the learning experience that I've had is always learning how to stand back up. And before I became Miss Ilocos, I had to try 3 times. So that represents how perseverant and hardworking as I am, because that represents Ilocana. We are resilient. There are a lot of learnings that I've learned in this pandemic. One thing is to have that attitude of gratitude, sir. I've always taught myself to always look for the things that I have in life, for the family that I have, for the friends that I have, because I've learned through the learning journey in this Miss Universe that it's okay to have these people around you to share the feelings that you have, because you can never do things alone. And I think that's an important thing to have. To always be. I've thought of that a long time, but it was really hard to think about one thing to um, really spark that answer. So, but I feel like if I win Miss Universe, I can help my community by being the voice. Because there are a lot of people in our community that don't have the voice to let out their needs. And as a nurse myself, I want to show to, I want to be the voice to nurses because sorry. Nabibitin. Pero it's okay.
Let's go.
A color that symbolizes a phenomenal woman for me is white. As you can see, I am wearing white because I believe that purity is important to become a phenomenal woman that you are. And to be a phenomenal woman, you have to know in your heart that whatever, as long as it is pure and as long as it is kind, to have people around you, have a better life. I think that's one thing that you can do to upgrade lives of others.
What's what makes
Yes, sir. It's really hard to work at home, especially for those who have this type of setting. But as for me, as I'm a nurse and I don't know their experience, but I think one skill that you should have if you are working from home is knowing how to thrive. Because you have to adjust to the things that's happening right now, and you learn to adjust and accept the things that's happening right now and have a positive mindset. You can always overcome. But I'm originally from the municipality of Bantay, and if there's one spot that I would like to show to the world, then that probably is the Bantay Bell Tower, because it's a spot where it is a hill and overlooking the view of our province, and I think that's a great opportunity for if someone has ever to visit our province. That's like showing to them in a top view of Ilocos that we are a beautiful province. We are full of nature and of course beautiful people. Yes, I support local products, and I think that it is obvious because I'm wearing one now. So if there's one thing that I would like to introduce, that's the Abel Ilocos. I believe that this A Bel Iloco dress made by an Ilocano designer is a representation of how Ilocos Sur has a great culture and heritage, and it represents how we Ilocanos are talented and artistic because the process of making the Abel Iloco is labor intrinsic. I believe, sir, that what young people should be working on, or I mean focusing on, should be their dreams. They should really know what their goals in life and knowing how their authenticity is. Because in this learning journey, um, I believe that knowing yourself truly and knowing your purpose and having that vision of who you want to become and how you can use that to be an inspiration to others is important. Thank you po. My loved ones are always there for me, cheering me on, despite having these beautiful ladies to compete with. But they reassure me that, no, you have the skills and the ability. You just have to believe in yourself and have faith in God. Because once you have that, you can achieve everything. You can overcome whatever it is that you're going through.
Hello, good morning. I am Rabia Oksanya Mateo 23, representing the City of Love Iloilo. I am biracial. I'm sorry. I didn't introduce myself now. Yes, I'm actually biracial. My mom is an Ilongga and my dad is an Indian, if you can see through my features. However, I was raised in a broken family and I experienced a really poor life. And I was able to rise from our situation as well because of educating myself. And now I decided to go give back to my community, and I became a lecturer for physical therapy. That's why I was able to go to one beautiful word would probably be guapa, which means beautiful. I feel like we have this statement in Iloilo, basta Ilongga guapa, which means every Ilongga is beautiful. And I'm very proud that with Miss Universe Philippines, I was able to bring that kind of aspect that every Filipino would know that statement, basta Ilongga guapa. If there would be one thing that I learned through my mother, that would be always forgive people. Because there's no such thing as a perfect person. And when my dad left us, she never speak ill about it. That's why in every situation, even though other people would hurt me, I still choose to see the goodness in them. You know what? Even though you're struggling, you can still become the symbol of hope. I myself, I had fears, uncertainty, but I still realized that I can still give back to Iloilo City. Out of my pocket, I decided to go for the frontliners, and I know that's just a simple way, but that's my best way to help our modern heroes.
Great, great.
Being a Miss Universe, you become influential. So I want to go back to my advocacy, which is Feed Me Any Video program, which we help those children living near the dump site. If you have seen my Beyond the Coastline video, I want to go back there. And we need a lot of materials, learning materials. And I feel like being a Miss Universe, I will be able to pull donors into our project to make it foster even better. Feed Me and I Read You program. I feel that a phenomenal woman is red because red is power and I am red. moment, I am working from home because we don't have classes, live classroom classes. That's why we decided to conduct our lectures online. I feel like nowadays we need to adopt to the situation. So we need to be versatile in what is happening around us. And online business or working from home is such a huge opportunity for us to spend more time with our family and as well trying to enjoy the life. I would definitely want to bring all of you to Haro Cathedral because you know what, in Iloilo we don't have much of natural spots, but Haro Cathedral is like an establishment that witnessed the love and devotion that Ilonggos have towards God, and I feel like it's been there since the Spanish era. So with timeless memories and modernization, we were able to, arrive to be the Ilonggos that we are today. You know what? It was also asked to me during Miss Iloilo, and I want to bring to the global community our very own hablon. That is our indigenous fabric, and I feel like it enriches the culture of not just Iloilo but of our country. Every time I wear hablon, I don't just wear Iloilo, but I wear Philippines. You need to invest in yourself. As of the moment, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of bashers or backlash. But at the end of the day, when you practice self-love, you get to know the right weapon in order for you to win life. And I feel like right now, I am ripe enough to win the competition because I've done everything that I could to transform to become a phenomenal woman that I am. Thank you. Thank you po. Actually, at first, I was kind of hesitant because you need 30 seconds to answer one question. But in the end, I was able to gain that momentum. And I feel like up until now, there's so much energy in me. I can do another round.